Alrighty, hey everyone, this is Garrison. And just a quick reminder, all views and opinions shared in the video are that of my own and not reflective of Ford Motor Company in any way. And join me in checking out this 2020 Escape Hybrid in blue metallic. Elephant in the room, this is not my ruby red 2-liter titanium. This, in fact, is a little different, kind of the other end of the spectrum. And instead of performance, you are getting efficiency and miles per gallon. So the elephant in the room here, my sweet little ladybug, the ruby red titanium, did get into a fender bender, and by fender bender we mean an 8-car pileup out on Interstate 290 in Chicago. Thankfully, I guess if you had to be in the situation, you'd want to be in the middle, so you've got no liability. But that's essentially, that's essentially where I fell. These cars essentially drive themselves with safety tech. My car stopped fine. It was just the folks behind me didn't quite stop as fine. So I'll insert a photo here. The Taurus behind me, as well as there was a Sentra and then a RAV4, all had to be towed away. It seems like the hitch on mine really absorbed a lot of the impact from that Taurus and then did some damage as well. And then the folks in front of me, they pushed me into a Murano, which was able to drive away. There was a Silverado, and then there was another car in front of that, like a Grand Cherokee and maybe a Tahoe somewhere in there. But you'll hear that hybrid engine, the 2.5-liter Atkinson Cycle 4 just turned on. It is paired to a briefcase-sized hybrid battery underneath like the rear area right here. Doesn't compromise any space back there in the second row, thankfully. But you'd be hard-pressed to decipher this between a hybrid just blowing past you on the interstate, because there really is no easy distinguishing factors. Rims, headlight design, color options are all going to be the same. The only way is going to be if you look closely at this badge back here, we'll say hybrid instead of EcoBoost. Stepping in, you've got that black perforated leather interior. Same as my interior on the red one. It is actually ready. I just actually have to find time to go to our partner dealer and pick that up. And this unit was actually sitting at the office. So this was sitting a few months. It was actually an ex-employee's unit that did explore other opportunities. It was sitting for a couple of months. I decided to bring it back to life and put some miles on it. It had a brief engine light from sitting. I actually got it scanned. It was the EGR, I think is what it was sticking with the wrong flow, I guess is what you would say. After a few miles of driving, obviously it did disappear, as we have no engine light here and no stored codes anymore. Taking a look at the window sticker just to give us a brief scope of what we've got. That 2020 titanium all-wheel drive, blue metallic with the ebony black leather, $38,765. Accounting for inflation, you're looking around $41 for a 2022 model. And then options here, $2,100 for the premium package, which just gives you this gorgeous roof. And then you've got a spare tire, floor liners, cargo shade, and a couple of other items. Gas mileage, of course, where you really shine on the hybrid, 43, 37. You can get 37 all day long, really pushing this unit if you have to. Speaking of which, kind of taking a look at my combined mileage here. Just when I decided to reset this, I've done about 1,000 miles so far. Halfway through, I did reset the trip. We're looking at 185 electric miles, 37.7 mpg. So that is stellar considering kind of the rat race that is the Chicago interstates and highway driving. So definitely impressive. As far as the wheel goes, the exact same. You've got your lane centering, audio. You've got your heads-up display as well, so you can control that via this button here. And really the only difference on the gauges will be your tach is actually going to be a power meter. So if you put it in drive and start driving, obviously you'll see we can drive on battery propulsion alone. Up to about 50 is when I've seen it hold to for a few miles. That little briefcase can really do some work. And then over here, just your Sync 3 head unit with a couple of neat features. You do have your display here showing power distribution, same color and trim as your model. So love that small touch. Dual zone auto climate, wireless charging pad. You got your drive modes, neat little card holder here. So you might think it falls all the way through, but that's great for your maybe your parking ticket or like a gas card or something along those lines. And then up top, everything's the same up here. As far as the back seat goes, if you don't believe me, it's the exact same. We'll take a look. Yep. My suits, shirts, and lunchbox all are enjoying the space. You've got your all-weather mats down there, as well as a laptop charger for us road warriors. And then the J.Crew clearance rack did get hit as well. So no clearance item is safe when I'm around. Power trunk. You've got that cargo liner or the cargo shade that we saw on the window sticker. Might have to snag that for my personal unit, my red Escape. And then we've got our floor liners. Shockingly enough, spare tire underneath the cargo floor as well. Kind of rare to see those on hybrids just because sometimes batteries do intrude there. And then just a little tattoo over here. You'll see on the bumper, the previous, I guess you could say, owner or driver of this unit did hit a patch of ice and kind of ricocheted off her garage door, she mentioned. You'll see all of your, you can actually see the active grille shutters in here. There's little slats right here that do close up at highway speeds as well as up top. All models seem to have those as well. But this is just one of the many flavors of the Escape. As you know, we've got 4 powertrains, over 4 trim levels it seems. We've got S, SE, SEL, Titanium, and then there's like a sport appearance package for your SE and your SEL. Wouldn't be surprised if 23 we did see maybe a little condensing of the trim levels and maybe a nip and tuck to the front and the rear, maybe an infotainment update as well, just as we've got a lot of technology on the horizon over at Ford. Lightnings are starting to deliver, as well as with the WWDC announcement yesterday. The Apple CarPlay is now going to be compatible on the vertical, Sync 4 head units, which is going to be like your Mach-E, Expedition, Lightning, as well as a couple other units maybe as well, like the Explorer vertical touchscreen. But lots of changes here at Ford. In the meantime, this will do the trick. Amazing miles per gallon, really inoffensive powertrain and driving, and then as far as underneath the hood, I guess we didn't take a look at that. Looks the exact same as your regular gas model, just a few orange wires to caution you before playing around with them. You'll see here that 2.5 liter and CVT, about 200 horsepower, second most powerful powertrain, or third most powerful, because you've got your 2 liter turbo, you've got your hybrid plug-in, which is a little more powerful than this, about 10 horsepower difference between this and the plug-in. I would love to try that plug-in model, but in the meantime, those are really hard to get here in the Midwest around the Chicago, Milwaukee area. So head over to your local Ford dealer. If they don't have one on the lot, retail order it, and comment down below your thoughts. Thanks guys, bye now.